So, as we mentioned, obviously, last lesson, we were trying to get basically this to rotate better, which it now is doing certainly a better job, okay? And that was kind of the first thing we had to get done, because if that wasn't working, this stuff with the elbow and the wrist, you just couldn't physically do. So if the body's not working, there's no point trying to work on other bits, because they're just going to try and work around a body that's not working correctly, okay? So get the main crux of it, get the engine of the car fitted, and all the nice sort of ties, all that bits and pieces on the side added to it today. So the wrists and the elbows and the forearms are the sort of focus point today. Grip-wise is certainly better if we can get it more in that left hand, in that finger. It's kind of more of a cricketer's type grip anyway in some ways. That left hand is stronger, but for you it's tending to go a bit underneath. Okay, now if we watch the move going back here now, you can already see its start position. Your left arm's always got a little bit of a crease and a hold in here, so rather sort of just a natural hang. I'm not saying have it straight, but when your arm hangs down from your shoulder, it's reasonably straight there to the setup. Okay, so as we swing back, because of this now, you can see before your club goes back there and your shoulders aren't really turning at all. So now as you go back there, you've increased that bend even more so. Now as you go back a bit further, you've increased it a little bit more again, and just up at the back. And you then try and straighten it on the way back. Now as you come back through, you straightened it, but if you straighten the club here now, the club's going to whack the ground here. So what does your left elbow do? Hoop. He'll pull away and just try and get out of the way of the ground, and that's where the top shot's going to come in. Now, those sort of combinations of here and straight and bend and straight, it's a very inconsistent way of hitting a golf. Obviously, this is happening. Your arm's doing this and this all the time. It's been very, very difficult. Okay, so that's kind of the end result we get to. And if we sort of clear that the way there, now you can see your left arm here hasn't kind of done that motion, it's just done that motion, So practicing this there with a bit of weight, maybe a can of beans, as we said, just to get the most of how this left arm, basically in here, but you've got to be loose and soft. If we grip that thing tight, once this is tight in there, this ain't going to move at all. So if we look at this move here now, as you go back, pushing that golf club away, the hands are a bit lower, okay, going back. It's a smaller swing. I like the left arm there, okay, nice position. As we start coming back through, the left arm now, you can see, is staying down, So that's how the left arm wants to bend.
It's there.
Exactly. That's kind of a similar-ish position post-impact. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, two things. One, your eyes are looking there rather than down there. This is more extended. That's turning through probably a little bit more. Hips may have gone through a bit more. This is down this way rather than up that way, because the left arm's going to have to bend. But how does it bend? If your elbow is pointing up, or you point the elbow down on the way back, it's going to be high left arm on the way through, a la cricket cut shot, If we can get this and go, elbow stays down. Okay? So I suppose in some ways it's how the sort of, like a sweep or a hook shot maybe with the wrist, I'm not sure that sort of relates to that, but this movement here now is a symptom, okay? But it's a symptom of what was poor body turn last session and what was poor grip now and takeaway this session. In terms of how the elbow, Right. So once the body turn, to be fair, is actually working better now, I think. I would spend all your time in terms of practice, both on and off the golf course, working on how this left arm, even if you find yourself how much on TV, just stand there and do this. The more, if you could do this, as daft as it may sound, I know 100 times, a couple of times a day, I mean, it's not going to take you very long to do that. Then each motion probably takes you, a second and a half. You could sit there for 2 minutes and you'd have it done. Okay, just sit there watching TV. You'll probably find the muscles in here probably get a bit stronger as well, which is going to be a bad thing. Okay,
sure.
You put some weight in there, maybe nothing too heavy, and just get used to this motion over and over again. And then put a club in your hand and then try to do this. So you sort of feel this motion, not kind of this motion or trying to keep it straight. This does not want to stay straight really at all to the hitting area. Okay,
no.
But we've had so many conscious thoughts from years gone by, this bending this left elbow up here, because you kind of knew this was wrong. But how do I compensate for that? It's not do this. Well, that's better. Well, now your right hand can't reach the club. So if the elbow's pointing up like so, because you're trying to go straight, if the elbow points up, how does your elbow bend for this hand to keep up the golf club? It's got to do that. If the elbow's down here, I can do it this way now. So where the elbows are going to be in relation to you will dictate what the club. And again, admittedly, that's obviously a smaller and slower swing. We'd expect the movement to be better as you go through. There's a couple of swings here now you swung through, okay? The elbow now just staying next to your left side of your body there. And it just moves through nice and sort of smooth there. Now if you put some speed to that, obviously, which we could do, then the left elbow staying down, club face is going to be staying square. The body, though, for the most part, you look at that body movement there, that's really good. Right, really, really good. I mean, in terms of all the checkpoints there, eyes are there, chest is there, hips are fully rotating, he's up on his toes. So all four things there tick a box straight away. Okay, yes, it's a practice swing, which we know sometimes is going to be a bit easier because there's no speed as such to it, and you're not making contact with that little white thing down there. Okay, but the more we can put that practice into play and understand how I think your left arm's going to work, what happens is you bend it on the way back and then try to straighten it on the way through. Well, the way of straightening your left arm is pushing your elbow. Well, it can't straighten.
No.
So you're kind of putting yourself in a position, and the things that you're trying to avoid are actually going to be encouraged in your backswing by bending this way and the wrist going down. So it's kind of like crickety-esque, could be said, which is, I think, understandable. You're always going to have that element to your swing. Like I said to you last lesson, there are cricketers' golf swings, there are footballers' golf swings. It's what you can do. But the beauty of this elbow motion in now, you can really start putting change into effect here by just doing that on a regular basis. It just, at the moment now, it might feel a bit strange when you're doing that. It's not a natural move for your left arm to be doing there, okay? The more range of motion you can get there now, so if you can move a bit further, even better. There you go, great, okay? But keeping this into your side. If we start doing this as you come through and do that, now try and put... It can't work, can it? Exactly, yeah. Okay, so that kind of makes sense, yeah?
Good.
So keep working at that if we can do, okay?
Okay.
Get that once your left arm kind of knows what to do, it can then at least start functioning and trying to make the move it wants to try and do. Not trying to, I don't want to bend, so I got to steep straight. So by trying to keep an arm straight, if the elbow gets locked up here, it's got to bend somewhere. So the elbow in that position is going to cause more of an issue as you go through. And that's the top shots or the toey ones that scoot off the side.
Yeah.
And then, of course, if you get a couple of them, you're like, oh, God, what's gone wrong now? I'll try and make adjustments by dipping or doing other things, and then it's just a bit of a mess. Okay.
Good.
Good.